This is so funny. I just told Dracos that I talked to Lebrov and he played Fiddlesticks against me in solo queue, and Lebrov was like, oh, Fiddle's so OP, no, you couldn't play against.
Because again, if Yike just gets to level 6
yeah,
for free without forcing any fights, it's incredibly good. Nice fear from Targamas, fall up there, Aegis Assault. Flash already gone from Targamas. Bukata can just walk in, they've got 2 creeps, and I think it'll be enough. Bukata just going in, 3 talent strike, looking to lock up Kalist as well. Excellently played tower dive there. Small window of opportunity, but capitalized on the side of KC. Vladdy now on the way down, but it's Kadui in trouble. Might just have to accept his death here. Will do so. Stun goes in, now it's Vladdy as well! You can't walk face first into the...
Kana being zoned off of bot lane here, but Genax is going to be able to TP top, and I don't think they actually have the damage to dive Genax. So this is a huge early advantage for SK, as they should be able to zone Kana for quite a bit longer, as Targamas is taking his sweet old time to get back in this bot lane.
And I think this is one of the big strengths of a champion like the Pantheon in the support position, is he's just such a powerhouse early game that if you get any kind of lead, you take so much space on the map. That said, Grubs are getting taken down. Still a pretty sizable gold lead to SK, however. Even if they haven't turned it into a neutral objective, it will be the Grub for Drake trade in the end, however, to balance things out. If you don't, you're broke, and this champion can't really find those scenarios without any money.
He's dead.
Wind becomes lightning, plus the flash from Bukata. Nice follow-up using the Q3 instead to hit Kalist, and now they want to keep the dive going. Kadui looking for the follow-up, forcing the flash out from Kalist. Trailblazer seems to be the most common build that we're seeing in solo queue.
Yeah.
Again, I love the
It makes sense that you get the movement speed to worry about Fiddlesticks himself.
Yeah, if you ever see him, you just jump on
might
him.
have to worry here.
Bukata, that's the Crow Storm going in. Setup there, he's gonna get a chance to push the ult. Now it's Vladdy chasing down Crow Storm. Gone, pushback, just barely not collecting on Kalist, and that's another kill for KC.
It's a Drake going outside of KC, and it feels like the momentum has shifted back in their favor.
It has, and I think that's just that little bit of disrespect from SK. Not having the vision set up, not quite being in a good enough position. Overcommitment from Bukata. Maybe a Herald. It's not bad to have that top lane pressure. Kana might have to be careful under the tower. He's a sleepy boy. Stuck in mini is a rough deal. Genex gonna reset the tower aggro. Do they want to keep hitting him here? Q3 goes through. Bukata finding it. But now it's Vladdy on the chase, dashing through. Looking to finish this kill onto Genex. Hoping to find a little bit more. He finds one. Vladdy wants to keep it going. He goes back into the shroud. And he's just gonna walk it off.
Oh my god. And Vladdy there, recognizing that Genax has no pool. He flashes in, ultis forward, and he's able to take down Genax, making it a 1-for-1. Rieker will take bot tower here, but Kalist is on him.
So starting moving in, Rieker fishing for it, but there's Targamas just clipping it with the edge of the fear, the instantaneous silence to stop any follow-up. Kana, Mega catches him. Oh, Rieker thought he had the angle. It doesn't really matter that much, but still looks good. Now the fight breaking out. Genex still doing a decent amount of damage here, trying to set things up with the Tides of Blood. Loopy standing on the front line. The Herald already taken down. Bukata able to steal it, but now Kalist is on the chase. Kadui taken out. It's all falling apart for SK. Genex the only strong point, but now he's silenced. Wants that Q3, the Crimson Rush. There's just so much CC. He's not able to get the extra healing. Excellent backstep to deny the Crimson Rush. Now they're just gonna kill him. The silence. Tides of Blood going in. A bit more healing. He needs an extra second. Can't finish it.
Oh my god, it's a
again. But again, flat Q damage is instantaneous, but the heal returning to you takes time. So dies before that can come back. And I will say, I was an MF hater. They locked it in a draft. I was immediately salty about it. I'm not the biggest MF fan, but 5-0-2 from Kalist.
And quite good. Oh, early team fighting here.
He's chasing onto Loopy. Loopy caught out. The Aegis Assault is decent, but it just does not matter.
And this... It's funny how I feel like both supports are kind of taking their turns, getting caught out. First it was Targamas in the early game, and now it's Loopy later on in the game. And Targamas might be the one getting caught here, has to flash.
Flashing back, Yike pushed away from Rieker. Follow-up is there. Targamas not going to be able to get involved, but Kalist zooming over there with the strut. Step back, silence. Yike taking a bit more time, not quite going to be finished off. Kalist still chasing. Vladdy wants to commit a bit more. Dash through, managed to connect the E. R2 ready to go. Dashing back out because here comes the Pantheon. Vladdy, probably a little bit over here. Will get taken out. Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Make, some upsies to get caught out. As Genex,
Might
that's a lot of CC. Oh, he's trying to summon the Herald to escape. He goes into the pool. The Herald is spawning. He's going to try to mount up, but he's feared. He's too afraid.
I mean, it's a valiant effort, but he's not able to get into the Herald in time. And gets picked off. It's probably going to be the Autogun.
I can see how this champion is annoying, this Fiddlesticks champion.
Yeah.
He just is like, shut up, run away.
Yeah, he didn't really, we didn't really get to see the oppressive laning that, in my opinion, this champion has, but we're still seeing, like, even later on in the game, it's not like the champion scales bad.
Yeah.
Like, you have a great point-and-click CC.
Loopy has support from team. Mid lane tower did break in the midst of that play.
Yeah.
But Otacon is falling, and it's extra life Otacon, which is great for Fiddlesticks.
Yeah. They're going to be able to siege this tier 2 bot as well. They'll be able to take that. Gen X cannot defend. And SK are able to get this tier 1. Oh, they might not even be able to get this tier 1 top. Vladdy goes in.
E2 marked, pushback good. Knocks him out of the trap. He's just barely able to get around the side. He should die. He's withdrawing. Okay.
Vladdy is like limit testing a little bit. I feel like going into some of these plays, going in 2v4.
Yeah.
But it is going to be a false life. 200 gold. Not too big of a deal. Still going to be able to catch that top wave. And he defended the tower for much longer, which does mean that Kalist and Kana are able to take up this tier 2 mid, and Kadui might be caught.
Kadui is definitely caught. Here comes the Fiddlesticks. Won't get the fear, but it's just zooming in for a bit extra damage. Silence there, twist on the way. But Yike will still take the kill. Yeah, Gen X in trouble.
Oh, Gen X. Oh.
Vladdy versus Vladimir. Who wins? Are the extra letters enough for Gen X? The answer is absolutely not.
The problem is that we're trying to think of a comeback for SK, and as soon as we can't think of something, something else goes wrong.
Okay, where's he glide? The T. Oh, that's not going to work.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, that's awkward. I don't know if he knew Fiddle was coming out. He just wants to one-shot Targamas, which would be great, except he has the false life buff. I don't know how much time it has left, but it won't be too much. Now he's trying to hold on to this Sun Disc, knowing it's all that's keeping him alive. Where's he going to go? Tries to sidestep. Decent pushback. Fleeing. Silence. Almost 0 health, but not quite 0 health. Yike about to get taken out, but he's just withdrawing. He's just withdrawing. There's 200 gold. And now Vladdy across the attack. Oh. All right, Naruto, get in there. He's dashing. He's dashing in. He's dashing in. That's the Hokage right there. SK trying to get some kills back. Gen X not too bad of a spot. The pool is big. They don't have enough damage to finish him, but the silence. Oh my God, this champion is so annoying.
When he E's backwards to get the E in the shroud, and then ultis forward, instantly E's backwards.
Laying down a bit of vision. Loopy being the one to face check, which is a bit tough. Goes face first into Kana. Targamas crucially spotted, as is Vladdy. But Loopy's just going to give a slice. There's no recourse there for SK. They did mark the flank of both Vladdy and Targamas, but no one could step up to cover for Loopy.
It's so hard for SK to properly face check now. Casey might. Targamas is ulting in.
Targamas. Kana. Going in, but he just turned mini. It's a little bit awkward. They've gone over the wall into Kadui, but it's just enough. Cliff ulting over the wall, getting good damage down. Gen X is now the one running. Vladdy trying to follow up a heroic ulti to come out from Reeker, but it's just too late.
And they have TPs on Vladdy. It's the 4 people down for the side of SK. They can try to end this here. Loopy has spawned, and Bukata's trying to clear the wave.
I mean, it was a 27-minute game 1. They want to make it the same in game 2, despite a vast difference in early game. Khan is still stepping up.
They only have 2 minions. I don't think they can actually end here. They're going to think the better of it and look to get double inhib. Might even be a triple inhib angle, as the top wave is crashing as well.
Bit risky to stay for 3, but no, they still have 15 seconds on Reeker.
Yeah, long death timers.
There are some wards and TPs are there.
Here. There's going to be triple inhib. So despite the game not literally ending, it might be metaphorically ending.
Metaphorically?
We're going to take this topside inhibitor with this Nash. And you have to feel that the game will metaphorically, literally, effectively, technically end.
Yeah. I was trying to think of a good metaphor, but metaphorically the game was over. So there's no room for me to insert another one.
Kana is quite far. This could be an opportunity for SK to engage before Kana gets here.
Yeah.
But
and again, but for SK, there's not a good recourse, right?
Yeah.
They fumbled the fight. Casey outfought them, and then they continued to fall further and further behind as Casey found a ton of these good picks. Targamas standing still, looking to set up for the ult, just out of vision. Crucially, Kadui might be in trouble, but Targamas walking back into vision, will not get the fear.
Reeker able to get some damage onto Vladdy,
trying to hide behind the little stubby part so he can get the fear.
I don't know.
It would appear so. Vladdy locked up, poked. But third and him is going to fall, and Khan is still pushing in the meantime.
Yeah.
They're so grouped up for a Meganar. Finds 2. Loopy trying to follow. Gen X big ulti, but a response ulti coming in the meantime. Bukata getting cut down as well. And once again, Gen X is just burned by CC. But Vladimir not allowed to play the game. And KC looking to close this one out quick.
It's a beautiful game, a beautiful series from KC as they cement themselves as a more consistent top team. They will not lose to SK as some of our other top LEC teams have.
No, they certainly will not. SK taken out. Early game was good, but in the end, KC was better at every other step. 11-0-13.